But I'm only broke. I'm only out here right now because I'm just broke. Like, I gave my mother the rest of my money for her and my kids to live under a roof. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So, and I had to give my siblings some money until they found a job. They found a job, and I guess they don't want to talk no more, this, that, and the third. So, they don't give my mother no money. My mother barely make money. Like, she tried, like, so she barely make money to make ends meet.
Right.
Like, she been prostituting me since I was like 1 year old. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a lot. I've been through a lot, but. So I'm like, it always just been me and my mother. I don't know if she remember that or not, but I'm just like, that shit is crazy.
So how long was your mother doing that to you? What? So you ever talked to your mom about what she was doing to you as a little girl?
No.
No?
Not really. I mean, I really didn't mind it because we needed the money. So it was just like.
I'll mind it. That's ridiculous. You was a little girl, you know?
Yeah.
And you didn't give consent. Your mother was basically selling you, it sounded like.
Yeah, but it's like, she explained to me that we needed the money and shit, so.
So why did she didn't sell herself? Y'all, welcome to Jersey's Concrete. Please hit that subscribe button. Please comment. Please like. And hit that notification bell right there on the subscribe button. Thank you guys for everything. Please support the channel. Hit the Cash App. Listen, it helps the channel out a lot. So thank you again, guys. Hey guys, welcome to Jersey's Concrete. We on South 12 and Woodland Avenue, and today, hello.
How you doing?
How are you?
Hi.
Good. What's your name?
LaDuan. You can call me Lala.
Lala. Nice to meet you, Lala.
Nice to meet you.
How old are you?
22.
22. Wow. Where you from?
North. I'm from North.
Okay, what part of North?
By like West Side Park.
Okay. Yeah, I'm from that Bellsburg, Westward area. Okay. You went to West Side too?
No.
No? Okay.
I went to Malcolm X Shabazz.
Oh, okay, you went to Shabazz. All right. What brings y'all here in the streets today?
I was just outside chilling.
Okay.
Making money and shit.
Making money? Yeah. I know it's kind of slow right now because the recession is kind of hurting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How was your upbringing? You had your mom, your dad?
Yeah, I had my mom and my dad. I was in school. I did a lot. But I was mostly by myself, all the time. So.
By yourself as a little girl coming up?
Yeah.
Like in the house?
Yeah, like my mother left me by myself, so I never really knew if that was my mother or not. She straight up just turned around and left out when I was old enough to sit down and shit,
Oh, like you was
understand and shit. When I was old enough to understand, I was like 1.5. But I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't even know who my mother is, so I'm just like, and then ever since then I've been in the house on my own, like.
So you saying?
My siblings and my father, my stepfather, not my stepfather, my father, my mother and shit.
Wait, so you saying you was in the house with your father, your stepfather, or your father?
Oh, my father, I got siblings by other fathers and shit, so they used to come and see parents and shit.
So who was your overseer? Was your father?
Yeah, no, it was me. Like,
cause you said your mom wasn't there, so who was actually the adult in the house? Was you?
For myself? You talk about the adult for myself?
I'm talking like since you said you was 1 year old, you never really seen your mom in and out. She was in and out.
Yeah.
So who was watching you throughout your toddler years into elementary?
I ain't had nobody in shit like that.
So you wasn't enrolled in school?
No. I did. I enrolled myself in school and shit.
What about elementary and middle school?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I did that shit.
You couldn't do that by yourself
Yes, I did. I spoke to the
elementary?
Principal. Yeah, I spoke to the principal and everything.
Really? Okay. You say you have siblings?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they? How do they end up coming about? Being that your parents wasn't there or your mom wasn't there.
It was quiet. It was like real quiet. So it's like I never really associated with them. I always had to build the conversation between us. Like, so it was just like it was just real quiet.
Okay. So did you end up finishing school, high school? No.
Oh yeah, I finished high school. Yeah, most definitely.
You graduated from Shabazz?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened ever since then? Like, being that you became an adult, how did things transition? That was only, 4 years ago? Yeah. How did things happen? Like, how did it transition? Like, were you still in the house with your siblings, or?
Yeah, I was in the house with my siblings. I found a job at the age of 12 at like some food spot. It was like a soul food spot. So
you've been working since 12 at a soul food spot?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you've been working there until after high school? Okay. Was it the last job you had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not the last job I had. Like, I went to entrepreneuring at the age of 13. I went down to Sea Caucus, like the Sea Caucus, like South Sea Caucus, East Sea Caucus and shit. Like, and I started making money and shit. I feel like art, hair, I was doing eyebrows, doing nails.
Okay.
Like $5-10, writing books.
Okay.
Babysitting, doing dishes and shit, at restaurants and shit for like $20 and shit. Yeah, so it was like I end up having about $70,000 in my pocket for when I hit like 16.
Mm-hmm. From when I was 13 to 16. From entrepreneuring when I was 13 to 16. Yeah. You say you have how much? 75?
Like $70,000.
Or 70,000?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where were you able to keep all that cash at that time?
I don't know. Like, I was working all day. Like, I started building up my clientele when I was about 7.5 years old. So,
7?
Yeah, like, I was traveling and shit, and I was knowing what I had to do and shit. Like,
that's pretty interesting. I never heard of a child.
Yeah, but I'm only broke. I'm only out here right now because I'm just broke. Like, I gave my mother the rest of my money for her and my kids live under a roof. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So, and I had to give my siblings some money until they found a job. They found a job, and I guess they don't want to talk no more. This, that, and the third. So they don't give my mother no money. My mother barely make money. Like, she tried, so she barely make money to make ends meet.
Right.
Like, she been prostituting me since I was like 1 year old. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was like I've been through a lot, but so I'm like, it always just been me and my mother. I don't know if she remember that or not, but I'm just like, that shit is crazy. So
how long was your mother doing that to you?
For like 14 years.
So while you was working since 12 or 13, you was also doing that as a little girl too?
Yeah.
Was that part of the entrepreneurship too?
No.
Going to Sea Caucus and stuff like that?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I ain't make that a part of, I ain't make sexual things or interactions like that a part of my life until I was like 17 years old. That's when I went to the strip club.
Okay, so you went into stripping at 17, 18? Okay. Locally in Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right. I was going to ask you what clubs, but that's unnecessary. It doesn't really matter, but wow. So you ever talked to your mom about what she was doing to you as a little girl?
No.
No?
Not really. I mean, I really didn't mind it because we needed the money, so it was just like...
I'll mind it. That's ridiculous. You was a little girl,
Yeah.
And you didn't give consent. Your mother was basically selling you, it sounded like.
Yeah, but it's like, she explained to me that we needed the money and shit, so...
So why did she didn't sell herself?
Because the way, basically, she lost the way she looked and everything like that, like having kids and shit, so she couldn't take care, she couldn't do what she had to do. When she was younger, she did what she had to do. But they said that my father and took all her money and gave it to their families. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So, and I'm just like, I'm like, that's crazy because they end up coming back into my life and end up asking my mother for money. My mother ended up getting her money and money. They was like, your father just put their hands on your mother.
Mm-hmm.
This, that, and the third. So I'm like, what you mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about? So I end up putting my hands on my father and shit. I'm like, you out here doing this, that, and the third to my mother. Like, you real spiteful. You know what I'm talking
So to me, it sounded like he could possibly been a pimp of some sort, or no?
They said that he was my mother. He was my mother ex-landlord / pimp.
Okay.
But that's it, because he said that was said because he found my mother was a homeless baby. Somebody told me a story, and they said my mother was a baby on her own, growing up on her own. I'm like, that's probably why my mother used to put her hands on me the way she used to when I was a baby. So, but this was when I was like 11 months, 7 months, 6 months. She used to smack the shit out of me for no reason and beat the shit out of me and shit. I'm just like, that shit's crazy. But she had money. That's why I'm just like, at that time she had money. So I'm just like, why she beating me and shit?
Because she had her own demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. No matter how much money.
She ended up getting robbed by my father. But I'm like, I ended up accepting him back after that because he came and apologized to my mother. They was like, that wasn't your mother. They beast kidnapping your mother. Da, da, da. It's hella shit going on. So I ended up having to save my family and move us into this crib and shit with my kids and shit. So, and it's like, so you know how you go through demons and shit. You gotta fight your demons and shit. So some bitch just moved in with my family. And I'm just like, you real crazy. Like, why you in here in this house with my kids cooking them potatoes and shit and macaroni and cheese and shit? You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
But don't nobody want to fight. Everybody want to sit there and open their mouth like it's okay. I'm a grown ass person. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and keep asking you to fight. You know what I'm talking about?
So this random girl came into your mother's house. Who let her in?
She basically she ended up coming to a cookout. But come to find out, they told me that my uncle made my mother take her in. I'm trying to figure out how my uncle made my mother take her in.
Sounds like a lot in your household right now.
And then I had to move out because there's not no room for me. I just fixed up my daughter's room. They stay in the room with the babysitter. I got a little sister, and my mother got a storage room. There's only 4 rooms in my house. And then my mother got her own room. And then I just paid. I just gave the landlord, not the landlord, like I just gave the landlord $6,000. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
For my mother. Because she's been living there for like a couple of months and shit. So, but I've been paying him.
Right.
And like, I'm just like, but since I lost my job after I had my son, before I had my son, I lost my job and shit.
You end up out here after you lost a job.
Yeah.
Right. When was this? When you lost a job?
And this was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so you've been out
2 years ago.
So you've been out here as an adult for 2 years.
Selling myself and shit like that, but you know, it's like, but I was only 20 years old, but I was selling myself at the age of 17. So I came out here like 17 and a half years old when I started selling myself. But I was making money, you know what I'm talking about?
But you were stripping too, you said.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, why don't I come out here and make some money? But then it was cool then because I had money in my pockets until people started robbing me. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
And I'm like, and then they told me that niggas started robbing my mother because they saw the money in my window at our old house.
Okay.
So I'm like, so it's big ass mad fights going on. Like, why would they take my money? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
On some spiteful shit. Like at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with no grown ass mans, with no bitches out here, no hoes, no none of that. We all know what goes on out here. Everybody trying to kill everybody, this, that, and the third. And you're not gonna just walk up to nobody and approach them about robbing you and taking your money and thinking nothing gonna happen to them. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm gonna finish my shit. Like, you're not gonna just come in my house, take my shit, and think it's gonna be okay.
All right. I mean,
but
I don't want you getting.
I got most of my shit back though. I just gotta give it to my mother. I just gotta give it to my mom, you know, for her and the kids.
Okay.
Now we fucking the whole community moving, and I guess we was a part of this community.
Okay.
And shit. So now we gotta move and shit with the community. So now we got money in our pockets and shit.
So you say you have children. How many children do you have?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids. How old are they?
They 4 and 1.
4 and 1.
Yeah.
So you just had one recently.
Yeah.
Where are their fathers at?
I really don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
Like, I take care of my own. Like, so I really don't really be minded who I got pregnant by, or I really don't really remember who I got pregnant by.
Gotcha.
So I don't claim nobody. I don't let nobody claim me. You know, I go my way and I do what I do. But I'm not gonna sit here and let nobody disrespect me or my kids. Like, this whole nigga claiming me and my kids, like, he doing hella bullshit between, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, that shit is real crazy.
So
it's a lot going on. But
yeah.
somebody told me they found out where I moved to. But I'm like, I'm not beat. Like, I just got my family out of this whole situation. I just moved my family into their cribs with their families. Like, that shit booty, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So, okay, so the children could possibly be like one of the tricks out here?
Who?
Like,
my kids?
Yeah. Like
Is my kids a trick?
No, I said the father. Could the father be possibly one of the people out here? Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
But I'm prepared, you know. Like,
you gotta protect yourself out here too.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't want to bringing babies out here that.
Yeah, I use protection.
Okay. And you were speaking about robbery because I spoke to you about your eye. Someone robbed you and.
No, this is a scar.
Okay, it wasn't from the robbery from recently.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody recently robbed my family for $13,000. I was gonna turn it in and, you know, like make it into real money and shit. It was gonna be like $8,000 and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm just like this shit is crazy.
Wow. And you're not part of you don't do any substances out here, right? You don't seem like you do, but no. Okay. I don't want you picking at it. You might get more affected. Yes.
Oh, I smoke weed.
Okay.
I graduated high school. I'm in college. I go to UCLA, but due to COVID, we out of it's closed.
So you go to UCLA in California?
I got 8 years. So due to COVID, we out of school until 2024, January 2024. So.
Okay. All right. And you travel from back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I travel back and forth. I just got back September last year.
Okay. What do you see yourself in the next 6 months?
Like probably on my way back home or something. Like on my way to get a house or something. Like, I don't know. Or a new car.
You got to get your babies, you know.
I'm just only out here like to make sure, like, you know, just to make sure. I'm not really like.
Yeah, cause it kind of scares me that you say you have your babies with your mom, and your mom was doing that to you since she was a little girl. I'm kind of fearful.
But I don't think she shouldn't be doing that to my kids, being inside putting money in her pockets for her to chill out. You know what I'm talking about? She should have like $100,000 in her pockets right now. Like, I've been out here, like, and then that money accepted, like, that shit is crazy. Like, I'm just like,
I don't know, it just kind of scares me, you know. I don't want your babies going through the same thing that you went through, and a generation just curses happen all over again. Because you said your mom was in the same situation you were in, and you're doing the same thing. You got to stop your babies from that curse.
Yeah, I taught my daughter like not to be outside and shit.
She's a baby. She's not gonna really.
Yeah, she like her books. She like school.
Okay.
She like her activities. You know, she like fun. She's like exploring with herself. You know, seeing what she know how to do, seeing what she can do, and shit. You know, preparing herself for the world. You know, basically like preparing herself to work at warehouses. You know, how to stack and shit. You know, how to carry heavy things.
Is it the 4-year-old or the 1-year-old?
The 4-year-old. My son just started walking.
Okay. Good for him.
Yeah, my son just started walking. He just got to his weight limit. He came out 18 pounds and 17 ounces, but
he came out 18 pounds.
Yeah, and a foot and a half long. So I'm just like,
wow.
So he was under watch for a long time. You know what I'm talking about? And it was like just watch him get his weight down and stuff because he had asthma, real bad asthma.
Okay.
So being and so we got him down, his asthma going away. So.
That's good. Happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm just out here making money, trying to get some money up, trying to save money. Hopefully I save all my money before 10 o'clock hit, like, cause I be hungry, like.
Yeah.
Being out here all night, like, I be hungry. I be out here from like 12 o'clock in the afternoon to like 12 o'clock to like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Without eating, so I be hungry.
Yikes.
I be thirsty. I be wanting to smoke. So.
You want to drop the location you usually be at so people may want to come by and hand you things?
Yeah, Clinton Avenue and 20th.
Clinton Avenue 20th?
Yeah. I don't do big people. So I don't do big people.
What you mean by big people?
If you don't know English, don't come over here like because I'm only English. I won't understand you. I'm not trying to get into no argument. I'm not trying to misunderstand you.
Oh, you talking about like the Mexicans that come by and pick up girls? Okay.
Or the Jamaicans, or the Caribbeans, stuff like that. You don't understand what the fuck they saying, and y'all just go back and forth like, huh? Like I can't do that.
Yeah. Have you had any issues with the guys that pick you up out here?
No, they just like be calling me a bitch. Like that's what I really don't like.
Wow.
Like I can't really get somebody to smack the shit out of somebody who called me a bitch, but I'll get them beat up. Like
yeah, I don't want you putting in violence in it from over what somebody says. I don't want you indulging in violence because that could go left, you know. So it comes with the punches out here, you know. You're gonna have some idiots that it could be worse. These chicks out here sometimes will hurt you, you know. You know, so yeah. So you haven't had any violence amongst the guys that pick you up? No. Yeah, for the most part, the guy's not really crazy.
No.
Oh wow, well, I mean, I hope things get better for you. You know, you be more around your babies and shelter them more and stuff like that.
Yeah,
get your money
I
up.
With my kids, I hold them and stuff. We watch TV, we chill. Like my daughter, she into a lot of things, so she don't really notice that I be trying to chill with her. So, and she, I'm glad that she focused on her own and into it. She into it, like so.
Yeah.
Just like.
Wow. Well, I'll be seeing you soon. I'll be stopping by, keeping updates on you and checking on you. All right. Thank you for your time. All right.
Yes,
all right. Bye-bye.
Bye.